We waited. She comes. Oh, Wepa, Vanessa!
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so blessed. I am blessed. I'm blessed that you're here with us. I'm blessed to be in this space. And I'm just so grateful. Welcome to Dulce by the New York Latino Film Festival.
Thank you so much.
Oh
Thank you
my,
for having me.
are you kidding me? It's like, I'm so happy right now. Like, my face is like, ah.
You know what? I totally forgot. Thank you for sending me that message because I
Oh,
didn't know. I for some reason I should have known in New York Latino you're in New York time, but I'm in LA time. So I was like, oh, 3 p.m. No problem. I got time. And then I was
yeah.
like, oh wait, that's noon for me. I
Oh,
totally
no, no, yeah.
missed that. But
Yeah,
yes.
but you know what? You
Oh
look
yeah.
flawless, bro. So it's all good. It is all good. It's all love.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank
Giving you a big virtual hug right now from New York, 3,000 miles away. Um, I'm so excited to have this conversation. First of all, Viva is everything, revolutionary,
you. Oh,
life
thank
life
you.
changing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a gay Latino man from New York, who is not necessarily connected to that community in LA, and that's not my experience, but I relate
Yeah.
to it so much, and like it's a
Yeah. Oh,
testament,
that's good.
yeah,
That's
to the
awesome.
beauty.
I think that's what I mean, I love it. I love it when people say that, honestly, because um I don't know. I feel like lately, I feel like a few years back and up until this point, like the last 3 years that I've been in LA is when I've realized that people are very when they're watching a show with Latinx people, and that only happens with Latinx people, and I can only say that because I'm part of the Latinx community, but for some reason people are always like, oh well, it's not, they always like want to point out if they can relate or if it's their experience or not, where I personally, like when I'm watching a TV show, I never look for that. Like I literally just
Mm.
look for if it like grabs me or it doesn't, but I'm never like, oh, I'm gonna watch I don't even know, like ER, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't relate
Yeah,
because I've never been a doctor. Like it's not, like it's, and I just feel
totally.
like for some reason people are especially in the Latinx community, we're like very close-minded as to like what is similar to our experience and what is not. And sometimes I've encountered people that are like, oh, well, Vida is not my experience, so like I don't watch it. And I'm like, since when is that a thing that people use to dictate what shows to watch? Like I just never, I don't even know, like it's just confusing to me. But I'm glad that you can relate, and even if you can't, like I just feel like it's an introduction into a very specific world. With Vida,
Hmm.
we were never trying to make every single Latino feel that this is their
Well,
experience, because it's
and you
not,
can't.
you
Yeah,
know?
there's no possible way. But what you do it with such heart and such clarity and such truth in the storytelling,
Yeah.
and that's what people can relate to. And speaking of truth, like watching Lynn's journey for 3 years, like how much the character has grown, and if it's any indication about what happened last episode, she got some more growing to do. What
Yep,
has
for
it?
sure.
For sure, because I saw that costume change in the preview.
You you are going to be so shocked by the
No,
beginning of this next episode. You're going to be so shocked.
I'm
It's
scared. No,
Yes.
because I see the Doña change happening. I saw her in her little tight blazer. I don't know.
You are
I'm
going
scared, but
to People are gonna lose their minds. I feel like the show is gonna the next episode is gonna start and people are gonna be yelling at the screen. It's
I
that.
mean,
It's
let me
that.
tell you, yelling at the screen with Vida, that's not the first time it happened. Like, it's always
A
happening.
lot of
It's
yelling
always
goes on.
happening.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know? But my question is, what has the journey of playing Lynn been like? Because she's grown so much, you know?
It's been amazing. I've loved growing with her. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it was a very nice canvas to start with in the first season because she was just at such a low point in her life that there was nowhere else to go but up. You know, like she she literally
that
she hit rock bottom, and it's like you can't
uh,
go lower. You literally
uh,
can only grow and become a better
yeah,
person. So
yeah, no.
it's been good to be on this journey with her. It's been good to see how people um, are rooting for her and believing in
Hmm.
her, and people that hated her first season now love her because she's a nice girl, you know, like in the end she's a good person. She just
Yeah,
had to find herself. She was
yeah.
lost. And
And
so
what
she's been on that journey, you know, like a
yeah.
very human journey of like trying to go forward, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes she like takes steps back and makes mistakes, but it's part of the human condition, you know. That's why I think a lot of people can relate to her because she's very human.
Hmm.
She's not nearly perfect,
And
and
who
she
is,
sometimes has
you know?
good days and sometimes bad days.
Yeah. And that again, that speaks to why the show is so great because we all kind of live in that space of like, you know, not knowing what like some days we wake up and we're in crappy moods and we want to tell people off. We don't always do. I do sometimes, but it's just like that is human, and
Yeah,
and that's what's beautiful, and that's why people can relate to this show. Um,
yeah, for sure.
Speaking of beauty, that last episode gave me everything and I needed with that queer señora. And that
Wasn't
was
it
I mean, Vina's
amazing?
always
Oh my God. And
amazing.
shooting that, like, I cannot even tell you the
Tell
shooting
me,
of
tell
that
me.
episode. Oh my God. It was,
Yeah,
hi,
because
mi
it's
amor. My husband is watching.
hey,
Um,
what's up, husband?
um, it was so much fun. We shot, it was just like a week of night shoots because we were
Yeah.
shooting outside. It was amazing because honestly, I don't think I hadn't felt like that in a while where
Mm,
you're shooting something, especially when it's a night shoot, like you get tired.
I'm
Even if
grumpy.
it's the first day, even if you slept until 2, 3 p.m., like it's unnatural to be
Hmm.
awake through the entire night working and standing up and like repeating lines. But this genuinely felt like a party. Like it
And that
genuinely felt like we were at a party. I forgot that the
mhm.
cameras were there at one point and we were just like dancing and doing that waltz. It was like amazing.
Well,
It was
yeah, I
so
mean, and that's
amazing.
big. That first of all, the representation of a queer señora on TV, huge. But also
Yeah.
just stylistically, in terms of like what you all do on Viva, like a massive, a big, huge waltz dance number, all these extras. And one of the things that I love about Viva is so intimate. So to see it like kind of blow up in that way was almost like the perfect celebration of this last season, like coming into this final stretch. So it had
It
to be
was.
emotional,
I
no?
feel like it
Yeah.
was that quinceañera. I'm so happy that it happened because I feel like it is a celebration of what our show is and what it
Mm,
stands for. It was
amen.
literally like a physical representation of what Vida is for the queer Latinx community. And it was just this, it feels like if Vida were like in real life anything, it would be a quinceañera. You know, like if
Yeah.
Vida were some kind of party or an event or something, it would be a quinceañera. So it was so perfect to have that. And to see all the extras there, all dressed up, because Hannah Jacobs, our costume designer, like
Shout out.
went with every single person and designed looks for everyone. And it was just beautiful to see all these people in their grandeur expressing themselves, dancing, having fun, because being an extra is hard work
Hmm.
and it's a lot of hours and it's a lot of standing outside and waiting. And so I feel like that day specifically for them was super fun,
Hmm.
and it was awesome to be a part of it. Michelle and I got um, in and out for everyone in the truck train.
Yes,
It was just like
oh,
we made it like an event of that week, and it was really special. And I'm so happy that we finally shared it and people got to
mm.
see it
Because it
because
isn't.
yeah.
It was. I mean, for me again, like my birthday was last week, and I had to
Oh,
spend it in
happy belated
quarantine.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. But I'm like, even though I'm over 30, I want a quinceañera. I'm like, next time we
There are
ask.
no rules. You can do your
Yeah,
quinceañera whenever you want. It's
for real,
literally
for
like,
real. Like,
yeah.
and yeah, like I said, it's revolutionary. Your show's revolutionary in terms of, you know, what it brings to the forefront of Latinidad, of queer culture, of gentrification and politics. So I have to ask, after 3 seasons, can you pinpoint a favorite episode or a favorite experience in shooting Viva?
I think definitely the highlights are the warehouse party in season 2.
Yeah. Wait,
And
not the orgy, right?
no, not the orgy.
All
No,
the way.
the
Got it.
warehouse party. The
Sorry,
warehouse party, that's
got you. No, it's
when
okay.
Lynn gets high.
Totally, yeah, and then yeah.
Yes, and she's doing Molly, and she calls Johnny, and
Yeah.
they go to see Sancha, and
Yeah, I
Emma and
remember
Lynn
that.
fight, and it's this whole like epic episode. And then the quinceañera. The
Yeah.
quinceañera was definitely a highlight of this season. Yeah, it was
That
fun.
that
Yeah.
celebration. You know, one of the things in terms of storyline that has got me hooked is Lynn's search for her papi, and you call him papi, played by the legendary Jesse Borrego.
Jesse. Love
I screamed
Jesse.
at my computer. When I did, because he's an
He's
icon.
an icon. He's an icon. Yes.
Icon, like
he's so sweet. He's so great to work with. Honestly, the best energy, just a sweet human, and I was so lucky because I got to work with him a lot this season.
Yeah.
I was the one that was with him, and he's so great. And you're gonna die in this next episode.
Oh my God, you're scaring me because I feel like I can't. All right,
You're gonna die.
I don't want to die. I like my life. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna die and come back to life in front of your TV. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. I would take your word for it. I'm very excited. So we're talking about like the relationships on the show. And my first time ever hearing about Vida, I was in LA at the Nylff Awards. And you had honored Michelle. And like, yeah. And in that first season, you know, I live in New York, and like, I guess, you know, publicity and whatever, it kind of didn't make its way here until I was there. And I was like, what is it like talking about Vida? And then I saw you all, and like the love, first that all of you have, but specifically you and Michelle. And then I saw you all at Tribeca after I became a fan of the show. And you can feel it. It's palpable.
It's real.
And I believe it's real. And that is so beautiful to watch. And I think that's one of the many reasons why this show is a success, because you can't fake that. And you know, I remember hearing Tanya in an interview saying Vida's a love story about two sisters. So, and I see you looking all like, you know, like, what has that experience? What has Michelle like taught you? Like what in this experience? What is the gift that she's?
Oh my God, Michelle! What hasn't she taught me? Literally, she's been one of my life's biggest teachers. You know, I truly believe that certain people come in your life, and everyone is our teacher. Like everyone that we meet is there to teach us something.
Amen.
But Michelle has definitely changed my life, because well, first of all, just getting to work with her is amazing. She's so not just talented, but like generous and caring, and she's one of the best human beings that you'll ever meet in your life. First of all, like she's just and when we met at a rehearsal actually, and we knew it was like maybe 2 weeks before we started shooting the first season of Vida, and she came on late in the process. Like we were, the entire cast was already there, and she came on last minute, basically 2 weeks before. So I was like, okay, I need to get to know her. I need to know who this human being is, because we're playing sisters. And even though the sisters are strangers, like there has to be a base there. This is, like Tanya said, this is a love story between two sisters. And if that relationship is not believable, then the show doesn't work. Like that's the core of it. So I told her that we should hang out, and we decided to go get coffee one day. And she told me to meet her at this coffee spot, and I get there and it's closed. And I was like, and I text her and I'm like, hey, I'm here, but it's closed. But there's like a bar right next door. Should we just go to the bar? So it started out as coffee, but it ended up being like 15 shots of tequila, champagne.
Yes.
And it was Halloween, and then we ended up at this Halloween party, and that was our first hangout. Lasted 24 hours, I think. And it was like an express bonding where she like took me in. I was new in LA. I didn't know anyone. Like, I had no friends. I didn't, you know, like, I had some people that I knew, but I didn't have a group. I didn't have people. And she introduced me to her people, and she like took me in, and she took care of me, and she and that's like what a big sister does, you know, like she automatically became my sister. And so we fell in love. We literally fell in love.
And that's the beauty. That is the beauty of community. That's the beauty of sisterhood. And like, that's why the show works, because you see that with your relationship with Michelle, but you see that sense of community and family with everyone. And you don't see that on most shows, you know? And it's beautiful, because they say only, you know, lightning doesn't strike twice, but it must have in your case, because in the Heights, what's up in the Heights and community? What I mean,
wow, yeah,
that's another thing, you know.
I'm very blessed.
What was that experience? Yes.
Oh my God, in the Heights. Oh, I cannot wait for 2021 now.
I know.
Because that's gonna be such a special movie. I think people are gonna be so proud.
It is.
And it's a celebration of Latinx culture. It's a celebration of who we are and where we're from and our struggle and everything. And so I think people are gonna be really proud.
Yeah. I mean, so my best friend Robin De Jesus was the original Sonny.
I love him. I saw him so many times.
Oh,
he's brilliant. Yes.
Well, I hear through the grapevine you're a musical theater nerd, and that was one of my questions going on. We could shoot. We gonna get to the musical theater, but yeah, it's just like, I will never forget that experience watching the flags come out in Carnaval, like forever changed.
That's literally the moment that I started crying. The first time that I saw it, I started crying, and it was like this. I couldn't even pinpoint it, because I was like, why am I crying? Because of the flags. And I wasn't living in the United States yet. I was in New York for an MUN trip with my school. Okay. I was still in high school in Mexico, and I saw it opening weekend.
Yes.
And I remember seeing the Mexican flag come out. And I just started bawling, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe the Mexican flag is on Broadway.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this is the show that I can be on. Like, this is it. I want to be on Broadway, and I wanted to study musical theater, and that's what I wanted for my life. I just wanted to be on Broadway forever. And seeing the Mexican flag there, I was like, this is my show. Like, this is where I can clearly be, and not be like, you know, like inclusive casting or like open casting for any other show. Like, this is where I can see myself clearly.
Amen.
This and West Side Story. I was like, this and West Side Story. That's it. You know. So.
But politically correct.
Politically correct. Yes. Yeah. But yeah. So it was mind blowing, and seeing that on the stage, and then seeing what John Chu did with the movie. Ooh. Oh my God, people are gonna lose their shit. Like, you're gonna cry so many times in that movie.
I know. I feel it. I cried during the trailer, like a hot mess.
Yes, imagine that. Yeah. Like, imagine that.
I know. I'm getting.
The movie has so many moments, and I think people are gonna be surprised by how it's gonna tug at your heartstrings, and it's gonna destroy you into a million pieces and put you back together by the end. And it's that kind of movie, and I think it's gonna be revolutionary for us. I think it really is gonna be a before and after in the Heights, in the industry, and hopefully it'll just be a domino effect after that, and we're gonna have so many opportunities.
Amen. Well,
Amen.
you know, when you were talking about seeing, you know, the Mexican flag in Carnival, like that's what made me kind of go back to the beginning of our conversation, was that's what Vida is for so many people. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's why people get excited, and that's why people approach you in the way that they do, because all we in life, I think we're all searching for the same thing. We want to be seen, and we want to be told that we matter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So in Vida and in the Heights, that's all the same thing. You know, seeing ourselves is so powerful.
It is so powerful. I honestly, like, I love, and I feel so blessed that I get to be part of two projects that do that. And I hadn't, growing up in Mexico, being Mexican, I didn't know that want, that lack that so many people that grow up in the United States suffer for their entire lives. I didn't live that. So I didn't know that it was a thing. I didn't know that it existed until I moved to LA 3 years ago. And I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of Vida, because it like was a crash course in representation and the need for it. And because I feel like, you know, TV and film are very powerful educational tools, and they have the power to like affect policy and lots of things, because, you know, it's proven, it's a study. There's studies of like how when you see something on TV or in film, then a few years later, 7 or 8 years later, you see the actual changes in the real world.
Yep.
And it just like makes you see the gravity of not having yourself represented on screen. If you're not seeing the possibility of people that look like you doing certain things, then that's why in the real world we don't get those opportunities, or we don't even look for those opportunities or fight to get those spaces, because we don't even know that that's possible. So I feel so lucky that I get to be on Vida, and that I get to be in the Heights, and that in the next projects that I'm doing, I'm also fighting for those kinds of stories that elevate us, that are aspirational, and that paint us in a different light, that have us doing all sorts of jobs and telling all sorts of stories, because we have the capacity and the talent and the value as a people to do all sorts of things. But sometimes we forget it, or we don't even know it, because some other people that do the green lighting and have the power have been saying no to us. And so we've just kind of like accepted and taken a step back, but not anymore. Like,
not anymore.
This is times are changing, and it's time for us. It's time for us.
Amen. Melissa, you just took me to church. I'm so grateful that you exist, and I'm so proud of you and what you represent, because not everybody has that point of view, and not everybody's willing to voice it and fight. And you know, that's everything that we at the New York Latino Film Festival stand for. And I love you even more now. So people in the chat, if you could do me one big favor, we're going to open it up for some questions in a few. So if you could please hit the little question box if you have a question, and we're going to do it that way, because I like to facilitate, you know what I'm saying? Because some questions, But while they do that, we are going to musical theater nerd out. Dream roles, shows, whatever, let me know.
You know, I'm always hesitant to I mean, my dream roles, this is something that I used to pray. Like, I would pray every night. I would pray to play Wendla in Spring Awakening. I would pray to play Mimi in Rent. And I would pray to play Vanessa in The Heights. And those were my dream roles.
And you already spoke one to an existence.
I played Wendla in Mexico City in the Mexican production of Spring Awakening. And I played Vanessa in the movie. And I was gonna play Mimi in Mexico at one point, and then I dropped out of the show because I did a movie instead. I haven't done that yet, but hopefully I will. That's another one of my dream roles. And I got to work with the original Mimi, with Daphne, and in the Heights.
And in the Heights.
Oh my God, Daphne
so special.
is a goddess.
Shout out to Daphne Rubén Vega. No, she is that spirit.
Oh my God, and she's the sweetest human being ever. Like, just an incredible. She doesn't even know how iconic she is. Like she's so humble, and oh my God, I
Just
love her so
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
yes.
person. Yeah.
But yeah, that's another one of my dream roles. And
So,
also, but like my real dream role on Broadway, like my dream
yes.
is to like originate a role. Like I would love to be the first person to sing a song and to play a character and like be in the part of the original Broadway cast soundtrack and like all that stuff. Like that's my real dream.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I want you to play Aurora in Kiss of the Spider Woman because I think you would kill that too.
Is it still going?
Cheetah played. No, that was like 20 years ago. There hasn't been revived. So
it hasn't been revived.
Cheetah Rivera did it, and then Vanessa Williams did it, and Maria Conchita Alonso did it, and it was. I remember Baby Dominic sitting in that third row, gagging because it's such a amazing role.
Only icons have played it. No pressure.
Yeah, and you're an icon. You are an icon. So let's get to these questions. There's a good one. I know Tanya directed the last episode. How is she as a director? What was
Tanya directed the last 3 episodes, actually.
3? Wow. Okay.
She directed the last episode in season 2, and then she directed the last 3 episodes of this season. So the Quinceañera episode she directed, and then she directed 5 and 6 as well. She's a, Tanya, this is her baby. This is her show. She has a very specific vision and she knows exactly what she wants. So it makes sense that she directs it, she's a visionary and she knows exactly when she's writing something. She already knows exactly everything. She picks the outfit, she picks the props, she literally does everything, and it's natural to have her directing the show.
And she looks like she brings so much joy. Like I watch her on Instagram, and her Instagram is everything. I'm like, someone give her a show. I'm like, it's amazing.
She could write her own one-woman show for sure.
I would watch a reality show with Tanya because I think she's amazing. I live for her Instagram.
Yes, if you watch her stories, that's basically
it is
what you need to get to know her. Like she posts everything.
You have such an amazing voice. Will you be singing more in Viva in these last 2?
No more singing. I just got to sing a little bit in the mariachi karaoke. And that was my share of singing for this season. That was it. But if you want to hear me sing this Sunday, there's going to be a little concert on YouTube called Desde el Encierro. And it's this kind of, I don't know if musical theater people that saw the Sondheim 90th birthday concert that Broadway people did a few weeks ago. We're doing a Mexican version of just theater people in Mexico. We were invited by this director that I love to submit a video of us singing a song from one of our favorite musicals, and they're gonna do a compilation, and there's gonna be this concert. So it's this Sunday at 8 p.m. Mexico time, so I guess 9 p.m. New York time.
And we'll be able to check it out online?
Yeah, you can check it out online.
Well,
yeah.
Most of y'all follow Melissa, but follow her so we can check out that concert. I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah.
We have time for one more. This is great. What shows, movies are you enjoying right now?
Oh my God. I just started watching, and by I just started watching, I'm almost done watching Dark. I hadn't seen it. Oh my God. Oh, you have to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very into time travel, parallel universes, the OA, sci-fi kind of stuff like that. And this is a German show. I love also foreign shows. I watch almost exclusively foreign things because I just think there's so much good content out there. And it's this German show on Netflix. There's 2 seasons. It's like from 2017. It's been done for a while, but I hadn't gotten around to it, and I'm watching it, and it's so good, but it's very complicated. So it's one of those
Okay.
shows that you have to be paying attention. You cannot be like watching it and on your phone and like tweeting and like browsing social media, because you'll get lost. Like, it happens in
All right.
in different time zones, and it's crazy. But it's, if you like Stranger Things, this is
Okay.
like a ramped up version of Stranger Things, but better.
Well, I'm gonna watch it just because you told me to. All right, so it
So
got the
good.
endorsement
Oh
by
my God. And then tell me
It's
when
just
you're
I'm
done.
scared because I'm so ADD though. Like that's what I'm scared of, because it's just like I like but I will focus.
Well, yeah,
I will commit.
it is a show. It is a show that that's a little complicated to follow, but it's brilliant. And I'm trying to think, what else did I watch?
Gentified. Are you on the
I watched.
Oh my
But I
God,
watched Gentified when it came out, like opening
Well,
weekend.
They did a live reading yesterday,
Oh,
and
did
it was
they?
awesome. Yeah, they did a live table reading.
And they just got season 2,
renewed
which is
season
amazing.
2. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What
Baker and the
else?
Beauty. Are you on the Baker and the Beauty train? Because we
I
love
can't,
Baker and the
because
Beauty.
I'm in Mexico. I can't watch all of those things. Like, I literally have Prime and Netflix here, and my Prime is restricted because I'm in Mexico, so I can't watch all the things.
I'm gonna DM you my Hulu password, Melissa.
No, I have Hulu.
It won't work?
It doesn't work
Oh my
here.
God.
It's territory, because it detects that I'm in Mexico, so it's a whole thing.
Shady.
I've been dying to watch Ana, because Carlos is in Ana, the Ana show. What's her name?
I know what you said, but I'm just so
But I
mad at
haven't been
them.
able to
I'm
watch.
like, they trying to hold us back, Melissa. It's not right.
I know.
Right.
But
It's
I'm
not right.
gonna have like so much things to watch once I'm back in LA.
Wait.
Although
Yeah,
maybe
well,
I'm not
can't
gonna
wait.
want to be inside. I don't know. But
It's
but
gonna
yeah.
be it's hard. Like, how are you holding up with this whole in the corner? Are you good? Yeah, because
I'm
it's a
good.
lot.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't complain, honestly. Like, I'm happy. I'm good. I'm with my husband, which is amazing.
Yes.
With my dogs. Rambo, Zeus, ven.
Yes.
And I'm just. I wish we can all go back to work soon. That's what I hope. But I'm good. I'm making the most of this time with my husband, because I know that this is a gift, and
Amen.
that I'm probably never ever again in my life gonna get time like this to just be with him and fully enjoy him and do nothing together, because I'm usually very busy, and so I think of this time as a gift that we got together.
It is. And this is a gift. This has been a gift, Melissa. I'm
Thank
so
you
grateful
so
that you
much.
took the
I'm
time
so
out.
happy we did this. Hello
I'm
to
so
everyone.
grateful.
Hola, hola. Use your phone network if it is from the US, and then change it to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they give
will
it
have to Google that, because I don't know how to.
It's all about the cheat codes, Melissa. There's always a way. There's always a way. Take it from. There's always a way. But we want to thank you for coming by Dulce, by the New York Latino Film Festival. If you don't follow the New York Latino Film Festival, please do. We love y'all. We shout out. 2 more episodes left of Viva. Watch.
2 more. That's it. That's it.
And if you're in the chat and you're shady and you haven't caught up on Viva, you can watch it on the Stars app. Season 1 for free, no? You can watch season 1 for free?
I don't know if it's still for free. I know it was free all of April, but you can get a free trial on Stars.
And that's it.
And
we
it's
do the
like
free
a week free trial, and you can binge it, because let's face
because
it, we're all at
everything.
home, and it's such an easy watch. Like, it's half-hour episodes. You got 2 more. Get ready for the beginning of the next episode, y'all.
I'm gonna need to call my therapist. Like, I should schedule one now, right? Just in case. Melissa, love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dominic. Thank you for the space.
Bye,
Thank you for
everybody.
supporting us. It means a lot. Thank you.
Always. Thank you. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Besos. Take care. Take care, and watch Vida.
Watch Vida. Bye.